Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life After Kids with Doctors Brooke and Lynne. I'm Dr. Brooke.
I'm Dr. Lynne, and this week we're talking about something very interesting, which is CBD.
Yes, I love this topic because, it took me a while. I had a lot of clients talking about it and some of them using it, and I had not dabbled with CBD because, you know me. I don't know how much you guys know, but I tend to I have some anxiety, and sometimes my anxiety shows up with oh my gosh, how is this going to affect me? So I'll steer clear of things, even if it could be something good for me. So it took me a while, but my functional medicine doctor, who I've been working with for some time, was we were talking about, I do all of these things to manage stress. And we talk about this with you guys, and you do a lot of those things too, behavioral day-to-day things,
proactive things to help,
right? But there's this piece of but are you taking care of, so if you're taking care of the external stress, but are you taking care, you can still have stress physically going on physiologically inside of your body, and are you managing that? So my mind, it took me a while to wrap my brain around that, because I guess I hadn't had that perspective on stress. So anyway, we were talking about different things to do to kind of calm the nervous system from the inside. And does that make sense?
Yeah. Well,
so you meditate, you do these things to calm it from the outside, but
what are you doing
inside?
Diet-wise, supplement-wise, right?
Yes.
To help your body's cellular structure
right.
to better adapt.
Right.
I think though with CBD, wouldn't you agree, if we would just talk about this right away, is that there's a bit of a stigma. Maybe not so much in the the supplement side of things, but still, it's pot, right?
Yeah. Well, it is. It is definitely the marijuana plant, right? It's from hemp.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
But but it's the THC,
which is the active compound.
The active compound that has the effect to
No, it's not.
It's the drug component.
Yes.
Right. That has been removed. So legally you can't sell CBD. I think it has to be 0.1% or less THC. There can be basically either no THC or there's a limit. It might even be 0.3. I could be getting, don't fact check me on that, but it's a very, very low percentage. So you basically, with a CBD that you can buy in the store or online, it's regulated that there cannot be THC, or if there is, it's very, very minimal. So you can still get the benefits of the plant without the effects of the THC.
Okay, I was just going to say that, just to simplify it, we do know that there are health benefits to marijuana and to the plant itself, right. But we can strip out the drug component or the altering, the compound that would alter our mental capacities.
Yes.
And just take it for the plant side of things that helps with all of the health benefits. And what are some of those?
Yeah, so that's what I started to mention to you guys at the start. I might have jumped the gun there a little bit, so I'm glad you brought me back to explaining what CBD is. But there are so many benefits, and I've been taking it, number one, stress. When I use CBD, and I'm taking it now every morning, not only does it calm me down, but sometimes things can calm you down to the point where you feel a little sleepy. This is it calms me, but it also centers me. So I feel because I'm a 6 and I'm high stress, so I'm always all over the place. When I take my CBD in the morning, it's I can feel a sense of calm, but I also feel a sense of
pulling it.
I come into focus.
Center.
Everything kind of centers and grounds, if that makes sense. But a lot of people also use CBD for sleep, for pain,
appetite,
digestive. It can
appetite to be stimulated, correct?
I don't think I would look at that maybe more if you were actually getting
a medical marijuana.
Yes, a medical marijuana. With CBD, it would be more, I think it helps with digestion because it calms your nervous system. And your nervous system has to be in a calm state to digest properly.
Right, so taking it out of fight or flight so that you can focus on growth and restoration.
Exactly.
And
so that's really where the focus, anything that wraps around your nervous system. Because here's the thing, and we were just talking about this earlier, there's an entire system in your body that is newly being researched. and it's called the endocannabinoid system.
Yeah, so this is fascinating. So when we were doing research for this vlog, we looked, that's something new to me. I think you had known about it. I had heard terms, but did not dive into it. And it's really interesting to think that your body has receptors in the brain designed to bind with cannabinoids.
Yeah. Yeah. So
makes one think that we're designed to ingest them. Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what there's, and you can look this up and read about it for yourself, but yeah, the endocannabinoid system is made up of endocannabinoids, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. So basically your brain, your spinal cord, and then your nerves. And you're right, they have receptors for cannabinoids, and your nervous system controls everything in your body. So if you look back at a bigger scope, if you're helping the quality of your nervous system, now you're helping every single part of your body. Because your nervous system goes to all of your glands, including your ovaries, if you're having like menopausal issues, including your adrenals, which are your stress handlers, your gut, how you go to the bathroom. It's almost like it potentially, and research talks about this, could kind of connect all the things in your body so everything is functioning better. Does that make sense?
Yes. And we, so stress, it's the number one killer of people in this country. And we say that. And we know that, but we really don't stop to think about the wide implications of that. And so something, that we're doing proactively, exercising is great. I know most of you guys have heard us talk about that, and eating well. But back to your point, think about what are you doing to handle stress better? Yeah. And that's an easy thing.
It is. And, I would say a couple of other things here. If you're taking it, so there's couple ways you can do CBD, right? You can ingest it. And I actually do a sublingual liposomal liquid, right? So you squirt it under the tongue, and it gets into your system much quicker. But there's oils. There's also gel caps that you can take. So both of those can be effective. And then if you want, and by the way, I give CBD drops and treats to my dogs.
Yes.
I have a dog who's she's the sweetest, but she's just, if you look at her face, she's always like a little bit on edge.
She's in fight or flight often.
She's in fight or flight all day. God bless her. She's her mother's daughter. She's so weird. She's a dog. But anyway, she takes after me. But the CBD is really is helping her. Yeah. And not like it's like, oh, she's like out, she can't. But just like you can see she's a little more, it's really nice.
Calm.
Yes, calmer. But then secondarily to ingesting it, there are topicals, right?
Yes.
So CBD creams, CBD salves. And the nice thing about those is, now I wouldn't recommend those necessarily like for stress management or sleep.
No, but for pain, yeah?
For pain, that's the thing. And those are nice because you can, so for instance, you're feeling some tension up here, which is where I'll get it, or wherever it is, and you can just kind of put that salve right on the target area.
Yeah. And
that can be, I've had so many patients, even like with some arthritic pain in the knees. Yeah. My father-in-law, I gave it to him. He has rheumatoid, and they're very effective for him.
Great.
So, yeah, so I would definitely say to watch the you have to get the right
application of it,
but also quality.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. So, big box stores typically are places you want to stay away from purchasing supplements, vitamins, because of the quality, right? So should you go to a healthcare professional? Where would you recommend?
Yeah, I think that you could definitely do that. I think there's some good brands online. I'm using Quicksilver, and I really like that. Once again, it's liposomal. But I would just be mindful, like if it's CBD is one of those things that if you're getting a good quality, it is going to be expensive. There's just no way around that. It's not a super cheap. Some things like a vitamin D, super effective and cheap, and you can, like most vitamin Ds, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Collagen, as long as it's grass-fed, just get, for me, and so there's some things that you can
maybe get the highest quality you can afford.
I think so, yeah, and I think be careful. Because the problem is with CBD, you can find it everywhere now. Gas station little quick shops have it. So just, if you've tried it in the past and it hasn't helped, it could be the quality. So maybe not write it off right away. So
that's a great point.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else on your mind about
I learned a lot. No,
thank you.
Yeah,
it's an exciting and for me, like to have something like that really brings me into focus and centered. Once again, that I can feel as calm, but not like too calm.
Crossing the line of being out of control or not with it.
Not even out of control, but just like here's I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm talking too much, but when I first started talking to my functional medicine doctor about this, I was like, listen, I don't know if I want to be doing stuff like because I do some magnesium supplements and some things with GABA, and I was like, the problem is, as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm go, 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 go. And sometimes I feel like that feeling in me, like that stress, it keeps me going.
Okay.
So I'm like,
stress.
yes, I'm like, I don't want anything that, this is going to sound silly, but like dumbing me, I don't want to lose my edge. That was the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there with CBD, I feel like it's an odd sense of like, you know how when you have like a cup of tea or coffee where you can like be really productive and focused, it's like that, but I'm calm. That makes sense?
Yes.
Anyway, can't say enough
Sounds
good
like
about
the
it.
best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's been great. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on YouTube, www.lifeafterkids.com. If you want to check out more of the vlogs, our blog posts are on there, and you can access the Life After Kids program.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys.
Have a great day.